This is Tank's Vlog, April 8th, 2019, wrapping up the day in sports. And the Mets' first home series is over. I went to all 3 games opening day. We had Saturday I spent most of the game at the Barstool event, Barstool at the Park, and the Mets were able to get that win. And today I finally got a chance to sit with Stu Feiner again, Stu Source. And as it always is, it's a great experience. He has the best seats. Front row. Can't get any closer to the game. And of course, Zack Wheeler couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I think the Mets actually would have been better off probably starting this bobblehead. The Jacob deGrom bobblehead with a Cy Young Award in his hand. And of course, we were with a couple of Stu's friends from Long Island and Barstool Pat there, and the $20 chef Sean Latham. So, very good day, very fun time. Crazy game. Like I said, Zack Wheeler couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Tim Peterson wasn't much better. Combined the two, 12 walks. And the next thing you know, the Mets are down 12-1. Game's basically over, although the Mets did try to fight back. They got a 3-run homer from Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso absolutely crushes the ball. I was sitting out there for his batting practice, and it just was, he was abusing those baseballs, let me tell you. Pete Alonso has a chance to become something special here. This is some pure excitement that he has brought to this team. Later, Michael Conforto hit a 3-run homer, but it wasn't enough because they were down so much. One note is one pitcher for the Nationals they brought in the game was Trevor Rosendahl, who faced 2 batters and put 2 batters on the base. Although they didn't score this time, so far this year, Trevor Rosendahl has come into like 4 games and has yet to retire a batter. He's given up like a ton of runs. His ERA is infinity. So, one of the great moments of the game. As he's leaving him out, I yelled, "Hey, Buzz Lightyear! Hey, Buzz Lightyear, your ERA is infinity! To infinity and beyond!" So, I hereby dub Nationals reliever Trevor Rosendahl Buzz Lightyear in honor of his infinity ERA. His ERA now is infinity and beyond. Isn't that right, Jacob? Other things in baseball that were going on while I was at Citi Field was the Yankees completing a 3-game sweep in Baltimore, as Gary Sanchez looks like he's back to being Gary Sanchez of the previous seasons, with 3 home runs as the Yankees got over 500 at 5-4 with a 15-3 demolishing of the Orioles. Phillies took 2 out of 3 from the Twins with a 2-1 win. And that's the Mets' next opponent on Tuesday and Wednesday, a brief 2-game series. It was the Tigers 3-1 winners over the Royals. The Indians beat the Blue Jays 3-1. It was the Braves edging the Marlins 4-3. First bench clearing ball of the season happened in Pittsburgh as the Pirates completed a 3-game sweep of the Cincinnati Reds, 7-5. Baby, if you ever wondered what became of me, I'm living in last place in the Central Division. Cincinnati R-E-D-S. Oh, the Cincinnati Reds are really terrible. It was the Brewers and Christian Yelich hitting a driving in 3 runs with a home run, continuing his just torrid plays from the end of last season, as the Brewers ended up taking 3 out of 4 from the Cubs. It was the Astros, 9-8 winners over the A's. The Mariners, geez, they're surprising some people. Another big night today by Edwin Encarnacion. Home run, 4 RBI as they beat up the White Sox 12-5. It was the Cardinals 4-1 winners over the Padres. The Rays blanked the Giants behind the pitching of Yoni Cisneros 3-0. The Angels over the Rangers 7-2. Red Sox got a well-pitched game for a change and beat the Diamondbacks 1-0 and are coming home for their home opener at last with a record of 3-8. And in Sunday Night Baseball, it was the Dodgers all over the Rockies, completing a 3-game weekend sweep with a 12-6 win. Dodgers look like they're about ready to run and hide in the NL West. Tomorrow is the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Let's just touch on really quickly the Women's Basketball Championship, as Notre Dame was going for an attempted repeat. Both them and Baylor had been the 2 top teams all season, and the game lived up to its billing. Baylor did have a big lead at one point, but then when they lost Lauren Cox, and that was a scary-looking knee injury, the Irish took advantage and took the lead in the fourth quarter. They actually play quarters in women's basketball. But in the end, it was Baylor holding on to win 82-81, as last year's hero, Arike Ogunye, missed a chance for tying the game at the free throw line, hitting just 1 of 2 free throws. In the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets are in the playoffs. Yes, that's right. The Brooklyn Nets are in the playoffs. With just a few games left, they clinched the playoff berth with a 108-96 win over the Pacers, getting help earlier in the day as the Raptors beat the Miami Heat 117-109 in overtime. It was the Knicks getting a rare win, beating the Wizards 113-110. The Spurs over the Cleveland Cavaliers 112-90. The Thunder took down the Timberwolves 132-126, another triple-double by Russell Westbrook. Hornets 104-91 winners over the Pistons. In overtime, the Mavericks edged the Grizzlies 129-127. It was the Rockets eclipsing the Suns 149-113. The Bucks beat the Hawks 115-107. The Magic, they also clinched a playoff spot, beating the Celtics 116-108. So now it's going to be interesting to see how the playoff matchups end up being. We'll find that out in a few days here in the NBA, as that's all that we're playing for. Actually, no, the Pistons have not clinched a playoff spot yet. Pistons have not clinched their playoff spot yet. So the Nets would be the Nets and Magic are right now battling for 6th and 7th, and the Pistons are battling the Hornets and the Heat for that 8th spot. Boy, the Hornets just don't want to die, and the Pistons don't want to clinch. Well, that would be one hell of a choke job. 131-104 was the score as the Warriors locked up home court advantage throughout the Western Conference playoffs. The Blazers beat the Nuggets 115-108. It's the Pelicans 133-129 winners over the Kings. And the Lakers beat the Jazz 113-109. Today's 3 stars are Gary Sanchez of the Yankees, Cody Bellinger of the Dodgers, and James Harden of the Rockets. Today's birthday shout-out goes to one of the more exciting players on the Mets. Now in his first full season, Jeff McNeil turns 27 on Monday. And we take a look back to 1969. The start of the 1969 baseball season marked the beginning of divisional play as baseball is celebrating its 100th anniversary. You have the Cincinnati Reds being paid, of course, this year. Baseball celebrating the 150th anniversary. And 4 teams made their debut in 1969. The San Diego Padres, the Kansas City Royals, the Montreal Expos, and the unforgettable Seattle Pilots. What was the most interesting, though, about all these 4 teams is they all won their first game, and the Montreal Expos actually went into Shea Stadium, beat the Mets 11-10. This is the 69 Mets we're talking about. We're talking about a team that would win the World Series. Check out the full story of Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.